So who's okay? Tellorion's gonna give the pie.
And we have a pie.
Fantastic match. Really, we have pie already? Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the Komachin pie, basically.
B2 and J10.
I10. B2, I10. This is a very kind of classical Komachin style pie.
Yeah.
So, what is he gonna do? Is he going to swap? What do you think?
Well, what does the database about this pie say? Do we have that?
Tumbleweed.games suggests, hang on, opening Explorer, size 8, B2, B2, I10, and the most common is G7, of course.
G7.
But in terms of this, if we go back one, I10 is slightly better for white by only 3. It's it's not different. It's basically 75, 78. So I mean,
I'm gonna see if I can get
except
the editor
except
going.
pi means you play second as white. Swap means red first. Okay. What do you want, Hootie? Are you trying to get the tumbleweed? Yeah, I got analysis going now.
So you said the most common follow-up for red is G7.
Yeah. It may not even be like, yeah, it may not even be the best, but it is what it is.
So Tellorion goes ahead and takes red. And
compared to the Orthodox, starting with B2 is better.
If we're limited to, for example, out of symmetry, like the stones on the H for red, for pies, there's basically certain moves that are better for red than others. And it seems like the Komachin pie is kind of a balanced one because it's not too central, but it's not too, too close to the edge.
I'm living close to the edge.
Okay, we got some.
We already have a lot of moves. They just blitzed out an opening on us. So first of all, who's white? Okay, so he accepted to be white. First of all, Elaine.
Then we got Elaine Decker. Then we got E10.
E10.
And that's.
Which is fine.
Seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, usually you see people going along I4, I5, or I6, but also the other ways. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's.
But basically, Tumbleweed is one of the most critical opening games.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all about what happens in the opening.
Oh, he just played.
So this is an interesting move. Do we know much about Elaine Decker?
Elaine Decker was like a Pentamine champion.
Okay.
You know who else was a Pentamine champion?
Clamac?
Yes, but also Demis Hassabis.
Well, let's keep looking at these moves. It looks like red. Okay, we got a classic case of red. Blocking off some territory.
Blocking off some stuff with the line attack.
But of course we know that red at some point will have to push white's territory a little bit, specifically in the bottom. Probably, unless we see some more aggressive play. Oh, here we go.
What happened? I didn't see anything.
We got I5 for white.
Oh, really?
Which might be responded with I7, just kind of making that cut. But then we could get a pinwheel situation.
Yeah, so basically what would you do if they play E5? Oh, he doesn't do that.
Well,
probably this is even better.
Speculating anymore, because now we have G5.
It's probably even better. Okay, I need to check on my Indian food. 1 second. Keep it live, Hootie.
I think for white here, might be good to do sort of like a preemptive parry by going with G3. But I don't know. This is getting pretty aggressive already. Yeah, so Abdekker. Oh, is Abdekker?
What happened?
Abdekker did my suggested move, and now we've got sort of a monster versus the what was the other thing?
A monster versus a horde of tiny men. No, wait.
Exactly.
Containing the monster.
Containing the monster.
Well, yeah, basically red is split white into groups, but also white's the only one who has any presence underneath the neutral, south of the neutral.
Exactly. And so we know from the past that the winner is the person who can get more territory in the end.
Yep.
And being the monster is really a play style, you could say.
I feel like both can work, but it's kind of definitely. I think it's a little bit easier to just take control of the center and just like stretch from there.
Yeah, but you know, we've all been there when it doesn't work that way. I think.
Okay, he's looking at his triangle, a big triangle on J12, right? Like a 2-stack invasion here. So I wonder if white will. Actually, is he allowing? Is he allowing white to just capture? Why would he let white capture? Oh no, that's not a white. It's not a capture. It's a parry. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to.
So yeah. But yeah, as Alec mentioned, a big triangle could be made by placing on J12, the 2 on J12, so it might be of white's interest to
do some blocking.
Block one of those.
That's what I think. If I close my Facebook, hang on. Never mind. Okay, Anton Tobibot is now thinking about I7 as a pretty advantageous move for white.
Anton Tobibot? Who's that?
The bot. Atari's bot.
Oh. Gotcha. E3.
Atari bot, basically. Okay, he played E3.
So continuing the pinwheel.
Well, yeah, I mean, usually I feel like it's not a bad
idea to get some pressure going. Yeah. I would say this is a chance for Tellorion to play I7.
I7?
Okay, but he chooses to...
He just played I7.
No, he played J8.
Oh god. Oh no, I have to undo. There we go.
They're playing pretty fast.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of...
I think I7, J8 both kind of... Oh, but now white's... Dude, white's... Hang on, no, never mind. Okay, he played this.
Oh. Okay.
So he's trying to maybe like start another attack on this stack, or he's trying to connect up between his pieces on the upper right and his pieces on the lower side kind of curl around. I don't know.
It feels like White's structure is kind of delicate right now.
I know, that's the thing. When you play the monster, but the issue is that like if you start going after one, you have to choose which one to take down and what's going to be the most damaging for the whole thing. Because like right now, Atari bot.
Is Atari bot good?
Atari bot's really good, but I don't know if it's good at this level of iterations yet. Yeah, so that probably one thing. Okay, I shouldn't be looking at the because it'll just kind of distract me. Probably it's better to just look at this one.
Well, it's good to look at both, go back and forth.
Yeah.
But
because like for instance, so now if you were Tellorion, how would you break up this? Because at this point maybe it's time to strike.
That's what I'm.
Otherwise, you just can play like this triangle move, like J12, and just say, you know what? At least I have expanded down here now, so it's not like you can block me anymore that much.
Exactly.
But
J12 looks really good, and even there's a lot of he could just get more experimental with it, sending some messages in bottles.
Bottles, messages in bottles.
You know.
Yeah. But
like J13, J14, something like that.
But Hootie, if he does that, if he does this, and then he plays and he cuts, then what? Because he's attacking. How do I get my coordinates back on? Here we go.
Well, I'm thinking L14 looks super good because it attacks L10, and he doesn't really have a good parry, and this looks great.
L14. That's actually that was suggested by the Abad, but then he started thinking J13 after that. And it looks like they're valued at a roughly equal win rate.
J13.
Yeah, what you were just talking about. Message in a bottle.
Something like that. Of course, he could. So I see like one move J6 is just too small.
J6?
Even though it. Yeah, like this cut.
I don't know if it's too small. I mean, once this falls, then G3 falls, and then at least it seems like there'd be tons of pressure on the remaining white stacks on the top side. Definitely. Totally. This is super important for. Okay, so he decides to make the kind of simplistic, I would say the simple.
Okay, the big two.
I would probably just make. I would do that too, probably.
You call it a big deuce, you could say.
Big deuce. But now, yeah, I mean, as white, I would definitely think about cutting.
Big number two. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like,
what else? I mean, because if you cut the other way, it just doesn't have any teeth. Here, you're at least threatening to capture the stack that red placed a few minutes ago, and if you ignore that, then it's going all the way down to F5 or G5. So
yeah. Well, one of the problems with white's structure right now is that it's one-dimensional. Has no thickness.
White's structure
anywhere. Yeah.
But it's ultimately like influential. I feel like there's tons of.
Of course, it's influential, and it's at the sacrifice.
Literally, this is what happened with me and Clawmac. Like Clawmac was doing this shit to me, and I was just accepting it and doing exactly what Tellorion's doing right now. I was just being like, okay, fine. This is the last time I'll make a small triangle. And then he kept on attacking, kept on doing pinwheels, and I was like, fuck, okay, well, eventually I need to do some kind of attack, and then it was just too late. And then I made a mistake, and it was over.
Well, Tellorion is putting a stop to the pinwheels.
Are you sure about that? I mean, right now, he can just... No, he can play on...
Bro.
He can play on I8 right now.
potential pinwheel extension. Let's see if he plays it. Oh, we do not have the pinwheel extension. We have a big cut, though.
So he didn't play I8. He played this instead.
No. But this looks pretty good.
I mean, it looks good because basically now red has to worry. Because I have the feeling like now, if red did nothing, right? White could, if red passed, white can just immediately capture J12. Okay, so of course he'll do an attack. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this is super reasonable.
This is reasonable, and there wasn't like, because yeah, it's still cuttable, but then it's not really cuttable because you have to respond. White needs to respond.
I think here I11 is maybe a good defense for white, and also a way to reinforce a lot of the other stones.
I11.
Yeah.
Instead of H11, or instead of like E7, or D6. After D6, you could play.
D6 also could be good.
But then red always has F10 after that, so
F10.
Yeah, to cut back again.
Yeah, exactly.
Continuing the pinwheel.
That looks pretty good. That's why maybe I11. Well, I11 has F10 as well.
I think red was gonna play F10 regardless.
Probably.
So probably H11.
Directly... Is there a way to? Is F10? No.
Maybe white needs to play H11, so then if red F10, then G10 comes. I don't know.
Maybe. Ooh, I see a little sequence that could be good after H10, say red goes G11, then white has I12, and it seems like a decent trade.
Wait, Hootie. Mary Hatman joins the game.
Wait a second.
And Jan Peak.
So, shoutouts to Mary Hatman and Jan Peak.
Jan Peak. Shoutouts to Testing Cordy and Zapawa that left the game.
And shoutouts to GeoCat. To the second.
Is GeoCat there?
And Clawmac for sticking around.
Oh man, GeoCat. To the second, Hootie, Steinkaus, Mary Hat, Clawmac, shout out.
Shouts out. We got a great crew attending this amazing match today.
Yes. So
if you're in Lincoln, it's sunny.
It's snowy here in Stockholm. Here in snowy Stockholm. It just snowed like a crazy yesterday. Okay. So the bot is predicting that white is at a disadvantage right now.
Well, I mean, they are down a bit on points.
No, that's not true.
As per the usual calculation.
Oh, they are down on points. It's true.
No.
No. I think it's hard to figure out what to do at this point.
Totally. They played fast in the opening, and I'm not sure if they gave it as much thought as they should have.
I mean, I just feel like...
Who am I to say? I'm not even...
I did this... I was like doing the same thing, except I think what I didn't do properly is somehow Clawmac's attack against my thing was just too unrelentless, and they were able to get so many free moves that here I think Tellorion found a way to kind of minimize the Sente moves, or the forcing moves, from Abdekker.
Yeah.
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 But it's crazy that Komachin is in the loser's bracket and Testing Cordy is also in the loser's bracket.
Is there sort of a updated bracket that I can find in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's taking his time.
Well, he built up some extra time during the. Oh, okay, we got a move.
Okay.
E7.
And now we can expect F10.
Probably, yeah, probably.
I would reckon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And now what to do? What to do? Because White probably wants to defend.
That's right, but how?
Probably the way you said. Probably like
Probably I11.
yeah. Yeah, I11 most likely, let's say. H11 seems like it would just immediately get attacked. But it does open a new several lines of sight.
It's also possible for White to Miai here. Not Miai, Tanuki.
Yeah, it would be possible.
But highly crazy.
I feel like I would actually probably do H11, and then if red attacks H11, I would actually use H11 to either capture C5 or J12.
Yeah?
Because technically, white can, if white defends, white could probably capture J12 pretty easily. I have the feeling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we do see that move. I11.
And just going back to what actually happened in the game, um, I10. After that was G7, and after that, white played a move.
Wow. C8's looking pretty strong. Strong.
Oh wow! Wait, so he played this one, okay, and then he immediately played
Oh,
C8.
so usually when the player with the monster is already up in territory, it's like
It's pretty.
it's crazy because usually you are investing in the monster to make you some gains later in the game.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we're seeing a bit of inexperience here.
He just captured J12.
Yeah. But no, that's not true.
Yeah, well, I mean, he. Oh, okay. It's not absolutely
Defend with K.
true. You can keep
Well,
that shield up. True.
and you can make a knee there, I think.
Is he gonna do it? No, he just captures the neutral. Oh my god! It's a double attack.
Wow. What?
Oh, but
That's
it's
crazy.
it's fine, I guess. You just capture.
Yeah, maybe you just captured J12 here. But it's getting really complicated.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was a pretty elegant neutral capture. It felt pretty well timed, I'd say.
True.
Something that can be blow. White is living on the edge here.
What do you want white to do? Capture?
To be honest, probably, yeah.
Because the issue is he can't
Because-
defend both of them anyway.
Yeah, if he doesn't capture here, then that's a pretty big thing for white. Sorry, for red.
For red, yeah.
That would kill a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I think this game's gonna be over soon, probably. Because after it captures, red will capture here, and he's got a connection all the way from the middle to the lower side. Oh, he didn't capture. No.
What?
He instead kind of made
Blocked?
a shield, which would then allow red to capture here, and then
On
this
J10.
threatens actually L10 too, which I would probably try to capture immediately. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes J10.
Because that releases the
Wow,
pressure
then-
off of J12.
But look at this follow-up, though.
L.
I12.
Oh, wow. So he's got, well,
So- Oh my
I don't think it's
gosh.
really good enough, but it's interesting. Because
If I were red right now, I would just literally take E10 and look at all those cells go red.
yeah,
What's going on? What did I miss? What did red do
red captured the one stack.
on L10?
Yeah.
So now white took J12.
Oh my god, I forgot what even happened.
I think it was just those two moves, right?
Yeah. I'm just stupid.
Well, I'm still thinking that taking on E10 is just a domination.
Just a kind of like in your face type move.
Yeah, and well, to be honest, okay, he does it.
Yeah, I would also do it. Just to like
So-
clean things up and reduce complications for my own safety.
Yeah, and here I think that white should not immediately take I12.
Yeah, because it's you can't prevent it
Because
anyway.
it's not gonna, yeah, exactly,
It's not going anywhere.
I don't really see any that good moves for white here. Sorry
Yeah,
to say.
because the whole thing. I mean, maybe I would just capture that. I don't know. Because I don't know. Maybe try to like fill in some of these holes on F3, H4, but
Exactly, I mean, like, that's where the territory is. Oh, Jesus. We saw I9,
okay.
then we see K11.
K11.
Yeah, from red.
Oh wow. But you don't want to get as white. You don't want to get pigeonholed into the like lower side. But that's what he's doing.
Well, these guys are just playing fast and hard. I think I8 could be good here for red. Man, if I were red, I'd be feeling really good here.
Really comfortable, yeah. I would just go after, as red, I would just go after some of these weaker stacks on the upper side.
Wow. F9. Look how that looks.
Yeah. If you take care of I9, then that whole center just, yeah.
Yeah, so he blocks. And
Makes sense, I guess. Now it's like a, yeah.
there's red could play H4. That would just kill both of those stones immediately.
That's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, like just some really, yeah, I mean, that's a great move.
Okay, a little more.
A little slower.
Chill move.
Yeah.
Although he is attacking E7.
Yep. I guess that's the point, but to me, there's way bigger. But it doesn't matter at this point.
Bigger fish to fry. Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
Bye. I would also play something as like red. I would play something like J9 or I don't know, just one of those things where it's like you really get rid of that little thing in the middle, and you block off all these extra lines of sight. But yeah, I mean it's basically over.
It's wrapped.
It's wrapped. GG guys.
Commentators just dip out.
I mean, white can take that piece on F9, but it's not going to matter much.
Oh yeah, that's not a big deal.
I mean, Tellorion can simply play E8 and just have like a freaking 4-stack there, just to say, you know what, I've got walls.
I'm the boss. That would actually not be a good move.
Contrary to popular beliefs.
I'm thinking O12. Just
O12, huh?
O12.
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking J9, I8. Actually, H4 is just a burning for me. H4 is like a burning move.
H4. I know. I want to see that on the board.
I just want to see it I just want to see captures and kills and stuff.
Actually, H3 is kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We could be doing that instead. But H3 actually is lending itself to a parry. H3.
Yeah.
Not G2 though.
Actually, there is no way to. Oh, E1 maybe could be a parry.
It could be a parry.
Not for long.
No, that's why H4 is better, bro.
Not for long.
Not for long.
H4. Let's see H4.
So how did it work? How did the beginning go, right? He had and then we had G7 and E10. G7, have we had an E10 in the database? Like, I don't know how it's possible, but we only have one E10 in the database. And it's Pochichero versus Hunter C.
Wow.
Hunter Clark. So it's not like... So basically, nobody's been looking into these lines very much that he played today. And it's really nice that he played this kind of lesser known opening. Because now I'm a bit curious. Because I feel like he was completely fine for most of the game.
Hey.
Yeah, now Tellorion's going after the upper side.
So that looks pretty good.
All right, I gotta have dinner, so I'm gonna end my commentary stat.